Rescue missions are in full swing right now, but trying to get to people is incredibly difficult. And look, that's why. Big tree in the middle of the street. There's so much water, damage, and debris. Here with an update, the mayor of Sarasota, Florida, Liz Alpert, is with us. Mayor, welcome back. You're now on the other side of this storm. Take me through the biggest challenges you're facing in your community right now.
One of the biggest challenges that we're having right now is really lack of power and a lot of tree debris being all over the streets, and trying to clear those, trying to get traffic lights working. And then we had a bridge leading out to Lido Key here, that the westbound span of it was compromised. And so today we were finally able to open the bridge up, but using the eastbound span, and just dividing that into two lanes, because we have to see the extent of the damage on the westbound. So those residents are just starting to be able to get back on the island, but they still won't have water, utilities. And so trying to get things back to normal is going to take, it's going to take a long time. This is not going to be a quick recovery. You know, as you said, with one storm, extensive storm surge, so all the damage from that, and just trying to recover from that. And then now this huge wind damage storm. It's like one giant hurricane that took place over a 2-week period. It's, you know, the devastation is just incredible.
Yeah. We've seen a number of rescues and people who are stranded in the Tampa area. Is that something that you all are dealing with in Sarasota?
During this storm, it has not been a big factor. We had it during Helene, and actually our officers went out and did a really heroic rescue of an elderly couple who needed oxygen. And so they went out into the storm at that time to rescue them. And normally, once winds get up to 45 miles per hour, our rescue efforts stop, because it's just too dangerous for our officers and first responders to go out. But in that case, they went and got them out of their house that was quickly filling with water, and their breathing equipment was no longer going to be working.
Thank goodness. How are you doing with manpower, resources, getting to the areas that don't have power, who have a lot of debris right now? Is resource an issue for you?
I think, resources with this massive cleanup is an issue. That was why we couldn't get all of the debris cleaned up from Helene before Milton hit. But we're meeting with Florida Power and Light today around 11:30 to get an idea of, what they're doing, what the resources are going to be, and how soon we can get our electric grid back up.
I'm curious, there's been a lot of political, words thrown back and forth in North Carolina's cleanup. As you sit in Florida and looking at your community, what does the process look like in getting state and federal assistance after Helene and now after Milton?
We've been very heartened by the fact that, we've been getting state and federal assistance. Everybody is cooperating and helping. So I think the idea that we're not getting that assistance is incorrect. I personally got a call from President Biden, Vice President Harris, Secretary Pete Buttigieg, Senator Rick Scott. The federal government has been here to make sure, to say whatever you need, let us know and we'll make sure you get it.
And are you confident this is not a storm that will be cleaned up in a week, a month, and maybe even a year, that that resource will be there for as long as it is necessary?
Yeah. I've been on the city commission here in Sarasota for 9 years. And after every storm or crisis situation we've had tremendous support from the federal government and the state government to help us with resources. So I feel confident that this won't be any different.
Yeah, that is good to hear. Mayor Liz Alpert from Sarasota, thank you as you continue this effort.
Thank you, Marni.
We will be in touch. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.